show's been pretty crazy today.
You said it, pal.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if we've been giving the audience what they want.
I have no idea. Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't.
It has been a bit miscellaneous.
You know, I used to think this episode was a tragedy.
Bruh.
Now, I realize that it's a musical comedy.
Yeah, dude.
Is this our Joker talk? What we got? What we got
Well,
on the sheet? What's next on the? What have we got left? What have we got left to talk
Joker,
about?
that's all we got left.
That's all we got.
That's all.
Oh, we've been going for a while though, haven't we?
Yeah, look, hour 16, maybe.
Wow, we talk about awful assault for a long time.
Yeah.
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 Sorry. That wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't about. I'm ashamed of myself. All right,
And you should be.
We saw Joker 2.
Joker. Folie à deux.
Folie à deux.
Folie à deux.
And before we went to go see this movie, all we heard was it's the worst movie ever made. It's awful. Todd Phillips should run away and die and ride off on a horse. Well, he did go to a ranch.
He did. Yeah.
You know, so this is a true story. Todd Phillips was residing on a ranch during the opening weekend of this film.
Millionaire director, multi-millionaire director, releasing his latest high-budget blockbuster, and he sticks out the opening weekend for his big blockbuster movie on a ranch. It's kind of hilarious, you know.
Why not? That's what I do. What's that? Sand?
That's the Minecraft eating sound. Yeah.
This is what you hear at night.
True, on a ranch, definitely.
Is Todd Phillips married?
Is there a Mrs. Phillips?
I hope so.
I'll check. Let me check.
I think he's married. I liked it. Fuck you all. Okay, was it great? I sat down and Todd Phillips said this to me.
For the next 2 hours, your house is mine.
And I enjoyed it.
And he followed through on that.
And you know what? You know what?
For the next 2 hours.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no.
Okay, fuck you all.
I will give like a disclaimer that, like I said to you right after we got out of the movie, I was like, you know, I don't always have like a fully fledged opinion on a movie right as soon as we walk out.
Why are you talking about it right now, then?
Because
I am the YouTube comments right now.
I know enough about what I experienced in that theater today to say that I enjoyed myself and I had a good time at the movies. I felt similarly to Joker 1. I felt like challenged by the premise. I thought it was intellectually interesting. I thought there was a lot to think about. And
We're very proud of you, Dan.
I don't, you know, I'm not. I need to think about it for longer to have a fully.
So why are you talking fully a deux?
Fully a deux.
So why are you talking about it right now?
Because it, you know, views, man.
Does Todd Phillips have a wife?
That's what let me have a look. Currently,
Mr. Phillips.
oh, is he a bachelor or something?
He has a wife.
Early personal beliefs.
He's an atheist.
What?
Does it say he's an
They
atheist?
mentioned the ranch in his Wikipedia.
No way. Did they?
It says Phillips owns a ranch property for himself in which he spent in seclusion the weekend when Joker Folie à deux was released.
So, okay, at least he owns it.
Nothing's coming up about his wife. Let me see. Maybe,
Ex-wife?
yeah, maybe ex. Tom Phillips' wife. And his wife, Alex something?
Alex Phillips.
Alex Phillips, I guess.
Who also goes to the ranch.
Alexandra Kravitz.
Alexander Phillips co-owns a ranch with Todd Phillips.
Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah, I liked it. I think that people were way too harsh on it, and I get that.
Well,
like,
so yeah, let's
people
start off going
were-
in. I think both of us had seen a lot of Twitter conversation about.
Was saying, I think that
Sorry.
some people were a bit too harsh on the film. There, sorry, was that kind of fucking sentence?
Well, I'm curious what you were expecting. We both said that I think our expectations were maybe pretty low going in because of
100%.
what we had seen online. So I don't know. I'm just curious. Like, I know for me, I had seen a lot of people just being super negative.
Oh, they were so harsh on it. It was
Yeah.
nowhere near as bad as people were saying it is. It has a worse Rotten Tomatoes score than Morbius and stuff.
Then
And Madam Web.
Shazam do. Shazam Folie do.
People are nuts. It's so ridiculous. Like, what are you talking about? Like, even visually alone. Actually, I think
That's something I said to you before we went in, is like, say what you will about Todd Phillips, but his visual capabilities as just a visual director, it's undeniable.
I could be wrong, but I think the DP did Shazam 2.
Really?
I think so.
The audience loves Shazam too.
What's his name? Martin Shear, something Shear,
Yeah.
Mr. Shear.
You might be
himself.
thinking of Miss Martin Sheen.
No, I'm wrong. Oh no, it wasn't Shazam. It was what's the Rock movie called?
Black Adam.
Was it Black Adam?
Bruh.
Anyway, you talk.
I felt as though, based on everything I'd seen a lot of hating online, on Twitter, on reviews. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. It was Lawrence Shear. Yeah, he did the cinematography for Black Adam.
Okay.
Which is weird because, like, this is such a beautiful movie and that movie looks like dog shit. But I guess it's more the director, isn't it?
I guess it's always a
It's a
collaboration.
director's vision. Yeah.
It's a
he did.
Folie à Deux.
Yeah, it's a conjoint madness. Yeah, so Lawrence Shear did The Hangover. He also did Zach Braff's film
Going
Garden
in
State.
Style. Oh, Garden State.
Yeah, he did Garden State.
Wow,
yeah, which is
okay.
also a very beautiful looking movie. Like, he's a very, very, very talented cinematographer.
That's the thing too. I feel like Todd and this Lawrence Shear guy as collaborators when it comes to
Oh, I
a
hope they
director.
continue to work together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're so perfect.
For a director cinematographer duo, I think it works fantastic. Sorry for itching the old back
Got a bit
there,
of an itch
folks.
there, have you?
And I think that the movie looks great. I think, does it go to a lot of like dark places? Absolutely, but so did the first movie. And
The whole movie's very dark.
Yeah, but I felt like that was in keeping with what the first movie set up as a thematic kind of world of like, yeah, this is going to cover some dark topics.
Well, I think you go see Joker to feel happy.
Yeah, I don't know what were people expecting, do you think?
That's what I don't get. I really don't understand that. Can someone very politely correct us in the comments? I'm sure you're all going to be very sweet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you won't spare
You
our
guys are
feelings at
idiots
all.
for thinking that. That guy in the blue shirt never ceases to shut up.
I feel like we've said this before that we're Todd Phillips fans of his movies, and I think as a Todd Phillips fan, I can absolutely criticize his past sequel, outings. I think that he has not had a great track record when it comes to sequels. I mean, look at the Hangover sequels. I think my biggest criticism of those movies is that they try too hard to emulate the first movie and just sort of be another
So he
version.
learned that almost with this one.
I think I wasn't.
It was
I don't,
next to nothing like the first one.
but that's the thing. Did people want it to be? I'm not like maybe they did. I don't know.
It's funny because, like, you know how people compared this movie to the Seinfeld final, and I just rewatched this. Well, not rewatched. So I just watched Seinfeld for the first time, and I finished it last month. And people compare this movie to the Seinfeld final. People hate that final too, and it's like I read a comment once which was so true. It was like, did people want like Jerry Seinfeld to like take one look at the apartment, one last look, and then turn off the lights and then walk out? It's like, give me an answer of what you've really wanted from the sequel. I agree it shouldn't have even been made because we didn't need it, but it was made to make money and whatever. But
Yeah, I can still agree that it was an unnecessary sequel. Sure.
I agree, and I think they kind of knew that. But they like money, and that's whatever. But I still think it was a gorgeous looking film. And you know what? I'm going to say it. I think some of the musical numbers actually worked for me.
Yeah. No,
Some of them genuinely did work for me. A lot of them didn't, but some of them did. Like, some of them did. The one in Pogo's was really cool.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a lot heavier on the music than it was. I felt like the music was definitely still had like a lot of music, but I didn't think it overshadowed the film or took over the film too much.
I'd say it's about 40% music, 60% normal. I saw someone saying it was 50-50. I don't know if I completely agree with
I don't know.
that,
I think personally, for me, I felt like they handled the music in a way that kind of worked for the world they'd created and for the character. It is almost this, these two characters that are kind of almost choosing to devolve into insanity.
Am I going
together.
dotty?
And,
Am I going
singing
dotty?
is like a way for them to almost lie to themselves that they are spiraling.
Yeah, it's called Folie at Deux. It's a conjoint madness.
I do.
No, I honestly like. I think because people loved the movie so much, the first one, they didn't respect the fact they took a risk. I think, and I really hope that all these people work again. Even I, like a Lady Gaga, like kind of like I wouldn't say hater, but not an enjoyer. I think she did a really good job. I think maybe they could have done like Harley a little bit better. But also like I hear these people being like, she's Harley in the movie. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? I thought she was in it heaps.
No,
Like,
she's in it quite a lot. Yeah.
I know there was a few deleted scenes, but
Yeah,
I don't.
I felt
People are saying she's Harley in it. I thought she's Harley in it. She's in it heaps, in my opinion.
that's overblown. I felt like Lady Gaga gets a lot of like screen time, and I felt like she does quite good with.
Well,
what she's given.
you know the Harley Quinn character a lot more than me. Like, how did you think? Because you played all the games and stuff, all the Batman games and stuff.
So I thought it was quite well done. At first, I wasn't sure what they were going for with her character, but then maybe like halfway through, they reveal a little bit more about her character, and I felt like that
the
actually.
therapist side.
Yeah, I felt like that fit quite well
psychology,
into
uni.
the Harley Quinn character, like the lore that exists for that character. And yeah, I thought it was fine. My only thing with Lady Gaga as Harley is, maybe not even that she could have been in it more per se, but maybe her character could have been a bit more fleshed out. But that's, I felt like she was in it a good amount for me. I wasn't like, there needs to be more Harley,
I guess I could say one spoiler. Like, I generally thought she was going to kill him at the end. I thought that was like on the steps.
Also, though, it's like
That would have been kind of cool.
But people have this idea like, oh, that would have been lame. But it's like, you do realize the movie has to shake things up. It can't just be another Joker. We got
dude.
Joker. We got it already. Let's have another movie, like let's have something different.
Yeah, dude.
I completely agree. I don't think it was like great, but I had good time. I thought it was maybe a bit long.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Maybe a little bit
repetitive.
long.
The
Maybe
Harvey
could have
Two-Face thing at
trimmed
the end
it.
was pretty cool. I like that. It was a little nod.
Harvey Dent.
I hate this idea of like Todd Phillips doesn't respect the source material. It's like can't he adapt a character in the way that he likes? Like,
Yeah, so here's another thing that I think is worth saying, at least for me, is that I felt like it did bring up quite a good amount of, philosophical kind of questions about the character of Joker, about his actions, about the morality of not just Joker as a character and a figure, but also the way that is interpreted by fans of that material. And I think they did an interesting thing where they sort of referenced like some TV movie that in the universe
and I
had
love
been
how
made.
they never showed it either.
Yeah,
which I loved.
they only like imply to it.
The opening as well was really fun, but yeah.
Yeah,
That was in a way, I guess, like a little
Yeah.
TV movie, but yeah.
And I don't know. I really liked that it. I don't know. I think it wasn't afraid to dive into some more tough questions about psychology and about maybe the danger of having. And I think it's interesting, like even recently, not to like make this a political segment or anything like that, but with people trying to assassinate Trump and everything, it's like there are lunatics out there who want to do violence,
I'm talking about?
and they want that violence to be perceived as like some heroic act. And I don't know. I thought that the movie did an interesting job at going into that pretty difficult topic and idea of like exploring what is the psychology around that of someone who wants to do something and wants to have their violent act kind of almost inspire other people to
Thank you, Dan.
spiral and go crazy. I don't know. I thought there was a lot going on. I think people underestimate how much maybe food for thought, like to actually think about, there is from these movies.
I hope the movie has like a bit of a renaissance in a few years where it's like, that you'll see a YouTube video in a few years being like, what people got wrong about Joker 2.
Well, it's funny. I mean, dare I say,
People are really slamming it.
I think there was maybe some of that for the first one, to be honest, because the first one came out and then a year later COVID happened, and then I think more people kind of went back and almost related to it, and maybe for better or for worse.
That Arthur Fleck is right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think there's some interesting like philosophical and moral questions that the film raises. And, you know, we were talking about this before we went into the movie. A lot of people think that a movie has to take like a moral opinion on the characters that it's portraying. But I think it can also just portray morally tricky and gray characters without necessarily a movie doesn't always, in my opinion, have to approve of or condemn the characters it's showing. It can just show characters, you know, and let the audience kind of decide whether or not they want to approve of the actions or condemn them, you know.
We're very proud of you, Dan, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Donald.
Well, thank you. I guess I'll do it.
You got any more thoughts on Joker?
Really?
Folie à deux.
I liked it. I think people have been so harsh.
Do you think we became a folie à deux in watching it?
The real Folie à deux was the friends you made along the way.
That's-
Maybe we are a conjoint madness for liking it so much.
The insanity we made along the way.
But I don't think we are.
Cheers to that, my friend.
Sorry, I'm just turning down. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Here you go.
Oh, my God. Cheers.
Sounded a bit too loud.